So the $1,000,000 question is, how much does nursing school cost? And to be honest with you guys, I have no clue. I have not finished nursing school, so I can't tell you how much it costs. But I can tell you how much I paid before the first day of class. So this is how much money I spent on getting things that I needed for nursing school before financial aid kicked in. Now, I do qualify for financial aid. I did get financial aid, but financial aid covered my tuition and other things like technology fees and things of that nature. So what I'm going to talk about today is how much I actually paid out of pocket to get my nursing school materials. So let's get right into it. So in case you guys are wondering, my tuition alone cost $1,500. Now that is just tuition. That is not fees or room and board or your meal plan or anything of that nature. This is purely how much my tuition cost this semester, and it was $1,500. So with that out of the way, because I do receive financial aid, there were still quite a few things left for me to pay. So the first thing I had to get was my uniform. For my school, we have two different sets of uniforms. We have lab lecture uniforms, and then we have clinical uniforms. So just like it sounds, lab and lecture uniforms are what we wear to lab and lecture. They are white tops and navy blue bottoms. So those uniforms we were able to purchase from our store. I got my bottoms from Roses. They were $7.99 each, and I got 2 pairs. I got my tops from Walmart, and I think they were $12 each, and I got 2 tops. So at this point I have 2 tops and 2 bottoms for lab and lecture, but I think I am going to go get another top and bottom because we seem to be in lab and lecture a lot more than clinicals at this point, and it's kind of getting tedious to continue to wash these same 2 outfits. And then our clinical uniforms are a white top and white bottoms. Those we had to get from a special site called Merides, and that is Meridys. So from Merides, I end up purchasing 2 white scrub tops, 2 white scrub bottoms, a lab coat, and 2 extra patches. The uniform that I purchased from them came with patches, but I had to buy 2 extra patches to go on the uniform tops that I purchased from Walmart. Altogether, that was $180, and there was nothing we could do about it because we had to get our clinical uniforms from this site. Now from Merides, we also had to get our skill kit. The skill kit that was required for my school cost $130. We actually just got it in a couple of days ago. I haven't even opened it, so I don't know what's in it. It's like gloves and a fake catheter, like things of that nature for you to practice on. So when I get some time, I will record a what's in my skill kit book bag, but I just haven't had time to sit down and do it. I haven't even had time to open it because we're just working on other things right now. So already with just uniforms and my skill kit book bag, we have already spent over $300. So you can tell this is getting pretty expensive. Some of the not so expensive things that were needed was stethoscope and bandage, scissors, and the blood pressure cuff. Now on Amazon, I found a kit with all 3 of those things for $25. Of course, for $25, you're not gonna get the best stethoscope in the world, probably not the best blood pressure cuff in the world either, but they were made for students, and all we're doing is practicing. I'm not about to be on the cardiovascular floor like assessing a patient tomorrow, so I really don't need a $100 stethoscope just for me to lose, break, and practice on. It just wasn't rational for me to spend that kind of money on it, so I just got this kit from Amazon for $25. I also needed a pen light. I showed you guys my pen light and my what's in my nursing school book bag. If you guys want to check that video out, I'm also going to add that in the link below, so make sure you watch what I packed in my nursing school book bag, first day edition. So it was 2 pen lights. One was white and one was rose gold. They were $7.99 off of Amazon. I also got my watch from Amazon that I still have on because I went to class today. I know you're probably like, why do you need a watch for nursing school? But you do, because when you're doing the apical pulse and radial pulse, they make you watch the watch with the second hand on it. So we are not allowed to have any digital or smart watches. We have to have the old regular analog watch, which I got from Amazon for $12. Nothing fancy, it's just a black watch, and it has a second hand on it because you have to count the seconds, if that makes sense. So I guess I should have mentioned this with my uniform, but I also had to get a new pair of shoes. They had to be brand new, all white leather nursing shoes. They wouldn't allow any of the mesh shoes, and they couldn't look worn. And I got my shoes, they're just some all white K-Swiss that I got for $45. 2 more things that I had to pay for that are not actual physical things. I had to pay for my drug test and my background check. Altogether, that ended up being $109.50. You have to pay for your own drug test and your own background check. If you fail either one, they will not refund the money that you've already spent and you're just out of school. Which, that should make sense if you know that you're on drugs or you've done drugs and it's going to show up in your drug test. They're not going to let you become a nurse. They're not going to admit you into school. I feel like that is common sense. But common sense isn't so common. Now, the other thing was the Ppd testing. That was $30 at an urgent care. Whether you had insurance or not, they just charge a flat fee of $30. And so the last and most expensive thing that I had to pay for nursing school was my books. So nursing school books are expensive anyway. One thing that I like that my school did was make a bundle package, and in this bundle was every single nursing school book that you would need for the entire program. I know a lot of schools do not do that. They just make you buy the books as you take that class. So that was really nice to have that option. The only downside is if you get through the first semester and you realize nursing school isn't for you, you still have all these books, which is not really a downside because you can sell these books. They're brand new. So a lot of mine are still in the wrapper. Like my maternity book, like, it's still in the wrapper because we haven't gotten that. We won't even take that until the spring semester. So if something was to happen and I could not finish, I would just sell that book. It's not a big deal. But that bundle, it was expensive, you guys. First they told us it was going to be about $1,300, which is expensive. Like, I don't know, $1,300 for some books. It might not be expensive to you, but it was expensive to me. And if we're all being honest, it was $1,300 that I did not have. Like, nursing school books should not be that expensive. Like, it was a mess. Anyway, it was $1,300, and we did not think about taxes until that day when they let the first girl get her books, and she was like, y'all, it was not $1,300. It ended up being a total of like $1,480, which extra $180 could make or break a lot of people. So I feel like they should have told us that when they were first telling us about how much this stuff was gonna cost. But then I guess that is on us as well, because who doesn't apply taxes? Like, obviously when you're going to buy something, you're going to have to pay taxes on it. So I should have thought about it. Luckily on that particular day, I did have the extra funds in my account, or I just would have been out of luck. Like, it's simple as that. So if you're thinking about nursing school, you really have to save your money because this stuff is expensive. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I do have financial aid, but financial aid has to process. Like, they don't just give you what you have left over up front. That money doesn't come till 2-3 weeks later after the drop ad date. And all this stuff that we had to have, they expected us to have it on the first day of school. Like, if you did not have your uniform on the first day of school, you were not allowed to attend school. So that was really hard on a lot of the students. That was hard on me. I'm not sure how a lot of people were able to pay for that, because I don't know a lot of people that have especially not students, just $3,000, $2,000, however much it costs in total, just laying around in their bank account. I know I didn't. I was lucky enough to have family that believed in me and that gave me the money to buy these things, because if I did not, I know I would not have been able to get the money on my own. So if you already know you want to pursue an education in the nursing field, I would save, because it is super expensive. But on a lighter note, some of the free things that you still need for nursing school is a physical. Now, the physical was free for me because I didn't have to make an appointment. I had already had an appointment, because if you guys remember, at this time Zion was only about a month old, so I still had to do my 6-week appointment. So when I went in for my 6-week appointment, I just brought my physical papers with me so that my doctor could sign off on those as well, since I was already there. If this had not been the case and I would have had to make an appointment, I want to say it probably would have been a $30 copay, but because it was technically a pregnancy related appointment, and my insurance pregnancy related appointments are free, like they don't have a copay, so I just slid that on in there. Also, another free thing was my shot records. I'm not sure where you are, but here in Georgia, if you go to the health department, they will give you your shot records for free. You just have to verify your name, your birthday, and your social security number. So I didn't have to pay for that here. So now we can go through everything that was bought in preparation for nursing school and total it out. So we have $25 for the stethoscope, bandage scissors, and blood pressure kit, $7.99 for the pen light, $12 for the watch that has a second hand, $180 for the Merides uniform, $130 for the lab skill kit, $14.80 for the books, $45 for the sneakers, $109.50 for the background check and drug test, $30 for the Ppd test, and $40 for the lab and lecture uniform. So you guys, if you do the math on that, that is over $1,950, and this is the money that came out of pocket without any help from financial aid. Now, if you do qualify for financial aid, at the end of it, when everything is done processing, you do get a refund check, but a refund check doesn't help if you don't have the money to pay for this stuff up front. So you guys, I cannot stress this enough. Please save your money if you decide you want to go to nursing school. I know everyone does not have family that is willing to help them pay for it. I know emergencies come up, especially if you are a parent, that you have to pay for, but to the best of your ability, I would definitely recommend saving money to get into nursing school, because it is nowhere near cheap. So that is my video for today. I hope that it helped you guys. I wish somebody would have been this real with me about how much nursing school costs. I really didn't have a clue when I started pursuing this. So hopefully this would help you guys. So if you end up paying more or less than what I paid, let me know in the description below. Let me know how you guys were able to pay for it, and hopefully we can just help each other out with the knowledge. And that's what I'm really doing this for. That's why I'm putting my business out there, to just really help somebody else who is in this same position. And that is it for this video, you guys. So don't forget to subscribe to get more nursing school content. Also, if you have any questions or nursing school content that you want me to do a video on, just drop it down below. And if I have anything that I feel like could be of value to you guys, I will definitely put it out there. So until next time, you guys, be safe.